Hello friends, it's Selene here. I hope you are doing well. I am amid a messy table today, and it's been quite a week. I had to reschedule my live. We were away for a short vacation last week. We went up camping, and we got home a day early so that I could have my team meeting, and we did those projects with my team on Sunday and got to celebrate them, and they inspired me right back. We got to hear from my friend Mary Jo Schneider, who presented at my meeting, and we had a whole bunch of guest presentations and then creative stuff that just makes my head come off, which is funny because I typically like clean and simple. Hey Trish, good to see you. I'm gonna find us so that I can share this because I'm still not seeing my comments over here or any of that. Okay, let me see if I can switch. It's being funny, you know, one of those darn computers. That's what you can expect if you do live videos. Know that there is the share button. So I'm going to share this over to our creative group so that everybody can find us. If you're not a part of our creative community, I have a Creating with Selene community where you can post cards you might be making or share a tip or two. And in the meantime, whatever I'm doing, I post in there as well. So I hope you'll consider joining us there. This week on my creative community, a couple of people were posting because we got a little bit behind on the 3D printing. Now, my daughter's business is obviously yoked to mine, where she's making cute things for crafters, like this mini box that she created. It holds my readers, thank God, because I need them now. And then she has the original box that she created for our tools, and it was designed to hold a Wink of Stella, a Take Your Pick, tear and tape, dimensionals, glue dots, bone folder, seal plus, Tombow. It has everything you need, and when I go live I always have mine handy. So that and my new tool thing, which I've been putting my blending brushes in, although Stampin Up makes a blending brush tray. Sorry, it's out of focus. I don't know, my phone's doing something funny. I, a lot of times, will just stick the brush that I need in here on the table while I'm working so that I have what I need, right? So this week, well, before we left for vacation, all three of her 3D printers were down. And super frustrating because she has a little bit of a backlog now. So we got home and we got one printer printing, and then 30 hours into printing a box that takes 36 hours to print, it failed. So here's what it looks like when it fails. It just saws it off, and guess what? We get to start over. And this is half a roll of filament. So this is my daughter's cost when stuff like that happens, and it does. We have since, again, replaced all three of her 3D printers, and she's up and running, and she got Bonnie's box finally created. But I said, because this is so much product, I said, I'm just going to keep it to use in my studio. So I'm going to have a Bonnie box. Bonnie Blanchard, if you're around and you're watching, you can laugh about that. But what this is it's a block box. My daughter, somebody asked her to make one when we were at retreat, and she measured the blocks, and on our first try, which blows my mind a little bit, she created this block box. Now, somebody else had already asked her, Jen Drake, was like, hey, Alexis, can you, da-da-da. Hang on, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Oh, yep, there we go. And here it is. So here's the broken one, all loaded. And she created this box that will hold all of your blocks and a Wink of Stella. So they take 36 hours to print on a 3D printer, and she's got 3 of them going in her bedroom, and it's a little part-time business for her. In addition, this week, she took half of her life savings and purchased her first car, which is a big deal. And Dad and I are helping a little bit with, you know, insurance. And today she was like, oh my God, I need gas. And Dad, I think it was going to have need oxygen at the kitchen table. He was laughing so hard. And then there's all of that going on. So we got it registered. It's insured. It's on the road. She needs a sticker today. So, you know, more stuff to get done. But that's all very exciting. And she starts her first job at Dunkin' Donuts, making coffee tomorrow. So it's a big week. And I have a workshop in the morning. I am working job number 3 tonight. I work as a karaoke host part-time. And of course, I work as a business trainer with my friend Rhonda Wade. And I help people who need help with their Stampin' Up! Businesses. So I've been a busy bee, and getting home from vacation, it's just been one thing after another. So I did have to move my live, and we did have to make a trip to Cambridge to get all the 3D printers sorted out. And she has 3 brand new ones in her room, one of which already needs parts. Go figure. So what Alexis has probably learned in this whole ordeal is owning your own business is not for the weary. So I'm going to take a second sip of this morning's Java because I am literally just having my first cup. With all that being said, I hope that you're having a wonderful week. And I have had a little bit of feedback from customers and friends that they were having trouble knowing what's available for the online exclusives. So every Monday, I will be posting a brand new printable sheet that will feature one product from the online exclusives. And this week, I picked a stamp set. Actually, trains are a big deal in my house. My Alexis' grandfather, so my father-in-law who passed away, he was a train engineer and then a conductor for many years. And his famous saying whenever you were out with him was like, people wait for trains, trains don't wait for people. And so this stamp set is amazing. Like, good luck on your new adventure. It could be a great card for Alexis getting her first car this week. And I wish our paths crossed more often. I feel that way about so many of you that tune in with me long distance. And my club members, there's 72 of you now that I ship packets out all over the country. Of course, we also have people that come here in person, but I service a lot of people both in person and to go. Congratulations, and here's to happiness ahead. So I thought that I would give you a quick look at that close-up of the card that I kind of broke down. It's a direction sheet, and if you get it in your email or if you save it to your phone from my social media outlets, all you have to do, look at that. Wait. Did you see that? I did it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. All you have to do is save it to your phone. I was saying, yeah, you save it to your phone. That was awesome. I did the thumbs up live. I've never done that before. Okay. We do that sometimes on Zoom. It's a Zoom feature. Anyway, it's the funny things that make you excited. I'm going to flip the camera. I have 3 different kits to show you, and then I thought we might play with the Greatest Adventure stamp set. It is such a beautiful set, and I can't wait to dig into it. I actually pulled some in colors to play with, and I pulled a retired set. I need to move my clip. Everything's discombobulated because I didn't go live when I said I was going to. So, all right, let's do this. I'm going to just put my hand over the camera while we flip so that I don't make anybody dizzy. Thanks for being patient with me. Oh my goodness. And Vicky, she's on the countdown. She's going to be joining our group, our team. I'm so very excited to welcome her to the team. We welcomed another person, a longtime friend of mine, Marlene Wolak, joined the team this week. So I'm very excited about having 2 new additions this month. Here's the card that I posted. And you could see when I stamped it, I stamped it imperfect. And this was just my copy after I sent out all my team recognition for, no, this was my swap card for last month. I gotta also show you, this is also one of the online exclusives. It's not focusing, hang on. So it's got this like cool little print on the inside that makes it masculine, and it comes in both clear, sparkly, and pecan pie, which I think is pretty cool. Pecan, whatever. Everybody's always like, Selene, you're saying it wrong. So whatever it is I'm saying, hopefully you understood, because we're just making cards here. Okay, so I've got my little Stampin' mat here. I'll give you another peek at that stamp set. It is absolutely beautiful. Oh, good, no glare. Well, maybe a little glare, but all right. And I recently disassembled a couple of old packets. So I have a bunch of layers here of cards that were previously done. So maybe we can use those to make some train cards after. But right now, I want to show you, this is one of the online exclusives. So every month we're releasing 2 new kits, and this was one that was released a couple months ago, and I purchased one, and you see that this is my master. I asked my daughter, Alexis, to put these together for me so that I could create a display board, and I wasn't really overly sold on it by the pictures in the book. Like, if you look, even the directions pictures, you're like, yeah, it's okay, whatever. I got these in person, and they are so gorgeous. It comes with a stamp set. It comes with an ink spot, but we don't open those. We just use our full ink pad. So if you have the ink pad, there's no reason for you to open these. Although I do have a customer and a friend who swears by these, and this is all she uses. So I actually saved mine for her if it wasn't going on the display board. It comes with a cute stamp set that has the city skyline, so there's that stamp. And then it has this this stamp to make like background. But isn't it gorgeous? In the catalog, in all the pictures that I've seen, pictures are not doing this justice. It is just beautiful. It comes with some extra things. See the happy birthday here? That was pre-printed. And it comes in 4 languages. It comes with a Stampin' block and some mini dimensional. So I save these things for the display board. It comes with all the embellishments that you need to put together. And like I said, 4 languages. So Dutch, French, I believe German, yeah, and English. And I save all the French sayings for a customer of mine that I'm actually going to see tomorrow at our monthly workshop. So when if you have anybody that speaks another language, they love getting the cutouts that have the different sayings. And then these decorative envelopes, which again, you could use as is or keep going and just cut up. Oh, look. Ha! My nails are boho. Go figure. Okay. I didn't do that on purpose. I thought it looked purple. But anyway, that is the City Skies card kit. And that was from a few months ago. And that's one of the online exclusives that don't make the catalog that you wouldn't see unless somebody tells you about them. So here I am to tell you about them. All right, this next one is really cool. Again, I didn't think I needed it. My only reason for picking this up was to show you. If you have grandkids or little ones around the house, if you're babysitting, this is a fun rainy day activity. So this kit makes 4 cards, 2 of each. I'm sorry, 2 designs, 4 of each. I'm wrong. Okay, so first let's start off with, I don't need this kit. I didn't need it. But when I opened it, I'm like, okay, wait, this is adorable. Hang on. Again, I looked at it online and I thought, well, my daughter's grown up. Do I really need it? You know, whatever. But we've had circus animals in the past and we haven't been able to really recognize the animals as much. Does that make sense? Like, I didn't know what they were. These are adorable. And look at these envelopes. Aren't they cute? So this is just waiting, and there's no stamping in this kit. So if you want a quick and easy project to put together, I went on Zoom on Monday night and I put 2 kits together, and I didn't put the last two cards together because I wanted you to see how they work. So here's the envelopes. Here's the first card. And there's 3 of them here. Aren't they cute? And look at the sparkles. So adorable. And then here is the other card. So you get the seal. The lion's face is absolutely hysterical. These could be really good invitations as well if you're having a party, little one party, and the theme was circus. I think that you could sub this out and make really great. But it's awesome to have a whole bunch of cards. And I believe that this kit is $14 online. So you're making 8 projects for $14. There's no stamping, and when you're all done, you can save the pieces that are in French for your friend who speaks French, and then throw their box away, because you'll have your 8 cards that you can mail out, and you'll be ready for a new kit, which I kind of like. It's not, you're not getting a whole bunch of extra supplies that you might not use. These are all kind of inclusive, pre-printed, pre-done, and it's an easy, crafty break. Okay, so here's what the 2 card bases look like, and they're adorable on their own. Hang on, what did I do with the happy birthday? Ha! All right, so I got my happy birthday here, and I was a little distraught when I read the directions. I actually read the directions, oh my God, I never do that. When they said that they only want us to put 2 dimensionals on the back of each of these, I thought, oh heck no. So I would recommend, if you're purchasing any one of these kits, that you get yourself a Wink of Stella and extra dimensionals and your own adhesives, because let's face it, I don't like the little blue dots that come on the strips. And if you love those, let me know and I'll save them for you, because I end up getting rid of mine. Okay, so there's where the happy birthday goes. There's where the let's celebrate goes. They all came off that transfer sheet, and you just pop them out. Wicked easy, right? So then here's the animals I was talking about, and they are so cute. You get 4 sheets of these. So there's 16 animals for the 8 cards. So you could redesign these again and use less, but they're really cute the way they are. And then you want to kind of flip them over and see if there's any areas that need to be popped out. So this guy, the lion, he looks horrified, which is funny. That would be me balancing on anything about to fall down. Here we go. I'm gonna take those little pieces and pop them out right here. Aren't they adorable? Thanks, Lisa. So here we go. And then here's the monkey. No monkey business. So cute. So like you could see how easy this could go somewhere, you know, somewhere different. But I'm just going to make them up the way they are intended, because I make display boards for these and hang them up. So whatever comes in the kit, I typically save for the board. And then, yeah, so I got to put that back in the City Skies kit. See where I'm going with that. All right. So here's my cutoffs. And all dimensionals are good dimensionals. I save everything and use it down to the end, because don't we all like to save a little bit of dough? But I am kind of finicky. So they suggested that you use 2 dimensionals, and this is how many I use. And those of you that know me, there is a direct correlation between how much you love somebody and how many dimensionals you use. So let's get to it. Because I love everybody, just saying. I try to anyway. Even the people that challenge me, I love you guys. And I get plenty challenged. I'm good with challenges. It's funny. All right, so here we go. And then the edges are good for these like little pieces that hang off. Saggy, let's just face it, saggy anything is never a good thing. So there aren't, you know, I'll tell you where you can save dough, but when it comes to dimensionals, I don't like saggy. I like if this card goes in a drawer and it sits somewhere for a while, I don't want there to be any part of my elephant that ends up sagging, if that makes any sense. Hey, Tammy. Thank you, Tammy. Boy, what a crazy, awesome adventure it is again, you know? With Alexis getting her new car. Well, new to her, right? And, you know, a used car is half her life savings. It's amazing. So she bought that car herself. Big deal. Big doings here. But, and I'm sorry, I caught a glimpse that you were having an issue this week, and I want to catch up with you to hear what happened, Tammy. So we'll have to make a little time. Make sure you're okay. Tammy is one of my team members. Okay. So here we go. I got Mr. Hefflem. Actually, I might as well just keep going. I do that a lot when I'm making cards. If I am making multiples of anything, I do all of one step. So I'm just doing dimensionals right now, so I don't have to pick them up and put them down and put them away and then come back to them in a minute. All of my stuff will have dimensionals on the back. Here we go. And I understand, too, if you don't want to talk about it, because I don't know about you, but when I'm not feeling good or whatever, I don't want to get into it. I want to stick to the feeling good part, you know? What we can do to, like, be happy and be together and all of that. So, it's funny. I've always been that way, too. Just, what's next? How to move forward. Okay. Let's see. I know. A few dimensionals, Selene. I'm probably killing some people right here. But you will appreciate this card if you get it in the mail that there are no saggy edges, right? Hey, how's it going, Pat? I sent you a card in the mail, like, I don't know, a month ago, and I just got it back for a bogus address. And I don't know, because my friend Maria was here copying over addresses, and I don't know if it went to a bad address, but it got returned from Florida. So I got to double check that today and get that card back out in the mail to you, although the sentiment may not make any sense by the time you get it because it's 2 months old. I love the post office. Here we go. Okie doke. All right, so I got all my dimensionals on for the 4 pieces. And you get 16 total, right? So here we go. And it comes with the sparkle sheet. Isn't that pretty? And it's great if you have littles, you know? And if you don't, it's nice. Like, I sell my cards at the florist for $5, right? I get $2.50 and she gets $2.50. I could put these at the store for $2.50 a piece, and the whole kit was $14. So I can have like a night where I can put some cards together, bag these up, and sell them at the florist. And somebody is going to be so happy to have this card to give to a grandkid, or, you know, just such a great presentation. So I get to have fun, and I'll make a couple bucks when I resell it. So I guess that's job number 4, huh? I do sell my cards at a local florist. Forget-me-not florist. Her name is Joanne. Awesome, awesome lady. She'll send me a message every now and then. Hey, I need some more sympathy cards, or I need some more whatever. And then she'll be like, no more red sympathy cards, Selene. I don't know if you guys remember that. We did that as a company for a while. So this guy is sitting on his head. Oh, isn't that fun? And then you get enough of these to put 5 per card. So I am, let's stick them on here. So cute. All right, so then that will marry up to the other 4 cards that I have. And then I guess you could mix and match the envelopes if you wanted to. But I really think that this guy should go with the seal. So I'm going to say that this one goes with this one. Super cute. Okay, so that's the first one. Here's the second one. And it'll go together fast now that I get all the dimensionals on there. I should have probably did that Monday night. But you'd never know that these were in the store or available for sale if you don't go looking for them. There's a whole bunch of new online exclusives, and I'm going to start featuring one a week because they're adorable. And it's helping Stampin' Up! Keep up with the supply and the demand, because when they come out with new products, a lot of times they go unorderable. I mean, I think we've all experienced that. So by having some things that are only available through the online store, it kind of helps with that supply thing. But it also keeps me on my toes, because I want to make sure that you know what's going on and that you can see the products coming out, right? That one, it breaks right where it goes on the nose of the seal. Oh my God, his face is killing me. Is that not funny? I'd be doing the same thing if that little seal was trying to balance me. I got like adhesive on this. I don't know if, we don't sell these, but it's just a little adhesive remover. You can get them in the big box stores. Okay. Dimensional remnants. Now, I put a whole bunch of dimensionals, but I don't have to peel them all. I could do 3. They're sticky enough. It's all about the height. So I don't do all those dimensionals to make them extra sticky. I do those dimensionals to keep the height, so that, because this paper is a kit, so you can imagine it's more like a paper pumpkin in that, like, the thickness realm. So I don't have to worry about saggies, because I have it nice and supported. Okay, and then I like all of these sparkles in this, like I see a spotlight coming from the inside of that tent. So when you're all done and you've made your 8 cards and you put 5 of these sparkles on each, you're still going to have 5 left over, which is kind of good in case you need to have a whoopsie or, you know. Wicked cute. So that, then I can marry that up with the other. So if I were selling these at the florist, you figure I'd get 5, 10, 15, 20, and the kit cost me 14. And I got to play and show it and all of that, so kind of fun. And the florist would get 20, and she puts my cards right up near the register, so she's paying the rent. So that's really good. All right, so let's look at the other kit that I got this week. The little glue knot. You like the glue dots that come in the kit, huh? Well, that's good to know, Jolene, because when I'm mailing to you, I can send you mine. I am not a fan. Although, see this one, these are the glue dots that Jolene's talking about. For this one, if I decide to make this into a display board, I actually keep the glue dots and I stick them to the board. So you guys have seen those boards before if you follow me. So this one I put on its own blocks, like my blocks. It comes with some twine in Misty Moonlight, and I grabbed my Misty Moonlight ink pad because it's easier to work with. And if I was going to make this into a display board, I would want the little bling bling to stick to the board, but I'd still want the bling on the cards. So I went through my collection and I found a matching set of this embellishment that I used on my cards so that I could keep this intact and show what comes in the kit on a board, because I do kit nights all the time. So I'll stick this to the board too with the dimensionals, and you can peel it right off to stick it to the board, and then this I'll have to hot glue, but you get the idea. So let me show you this one. I appreciate you so much. This one ended up a little bit crooked, but you get 4 chances to stamp on 3 things. So they gave me an extra circle, which is cool. And it also has some pre-printed elements. These are in 4 languages. And here's the thank you that I punched out of that. And again, I got enough to make my cards. So I tied my bow and I started with this one. So let me show you how these go together. So what I did was I did my stamping ahead of time. I left them on the block in case I decided I wanted something. Sorry if you're hearing the trash truck. I'm usually Tuesday at 3, so all these sounds are new for me. Again, they gave me dimensionals, but I'm gonna use my own collection. Here is the contact sheet. So they put a contact sheet in the box so that you can see what the stamps look like, which I like. However, I may make my own if I make a board with this one. I don't need to make a board with every single kit that comes out. We get 2 a month, so I'm gonna pick my favorites and bring those to kit nights, you know. Although after seeing this one in person, I like it a lot better. And I swear it's the case with all of them. Like, you look at the picture online and you're like, yeah, it's okay. And then you put them together and you're like, okay, whoa, I like this. So let's see. Let's pull my dimensionals back in. So this embellishment, I stamped this twice with Misty Moonlight ink and the stamp that comes in the kit. And again, you get a block, but I put it on my own block just for comfort. Our blocks are nice and rounded and pretty, and I prefer to use them. And I am going to load this up again. So if that bothers you, don't watch. There are some people who are like, you're wasting it, but no, I'm not. It really does make a difference. Imagine having that card that's been in the drawer for 3 years and you pull it out and the middle is sunken because you just didn't put a couple of dimensionals in there. So I load them up. So I'm gonna just take off like the corners. I don't need to stick the whole thing. It's again just about the height. And then flip it over, and I want my leaves on this side to point up. And I pre-stamped this on Monday night because I knew that I'd be here assembling a couple of kits, and I thought it would be good to have the majority of it put together. And okay, so I saw a good friend of mine, struggling with liquid glue this week, and all I do if I use my liquid glue is I do 3 small dots. If I were doing a whole card front, I would do 4 dots, 1 for each corner. If you slather this on white cardstock, when the cardstock dries, it will pull the fibers of the paper down, and you'll see the swirlies when it's not dry. Like once it's dry, it'll pull that paper down and you'll have streak marks. So I prefer, so the sample suggested that you put your bling right on top of that, and I am deciding to go on outside. So, and if you want, you can stick this flat and then put dimensionals here, so you can go either way. But I like that big popped up flower because it makes these embellishments pop even more. And you can just use the edge of the, so like what they shared in the picture versus what I did, because I think they get kind of lost in there. And this is so pretty. You can see the gold. I don't know if you're getting that. There you go. You saw it a little bit. And then I think it pops more if it's on the outside on the blue. But that's just me. So that's the first card of this set. So you make 9 cards with this kit. Okay, where am I? There we go. I gotta find that thank you that was over here. Okay. So again, I like having extra adhesives whenever I'm putting these kits together anyway. So this is kind of a fine thing, so it goes really good with the liquid glue. The trick to the liquid glue is to keep it as flat as possible. So less is more, and if you have a heavy hand, you might not like it as much. But it does work great. As opposed to this adhesive, which is also super sticky. This is Seal Plus. I can tell because it has the darker blue inside. And this one has like little breaks in the action every tiny little bit. And you can, I don't know if you can see. Here we go. I'm going to wait until I can see on the playback because I'm watching. Nope. Turning. Oh, there you go. So you can see it. There's a break in the action to help you release, which means when I release like this so that it'll be at the top again when I go. Because if you go to the side, you might rip the transfer tape off of the roller because it is super sticky. So I just go over the top to release on this one. And it does take a hand. Like I have a customer that is not a fan. She gives it no stars. What can I say? Again, they suggested to do your dots one way. I like being able to see the dots, so I'm gonna put them in where the white gives your eye a break. And a friend once told me it's gonna look right as long as you do a triangle. So here's my triangle here, right? And on this one, I did the triangle further up. And this one was similar to the sample where they wanted it on the leaf, and I just couldn't do it for all of the cards. So you can decide which ways you like to do it when you get your kit, right? This one also comes with 9 envelopes. They are decorative and pretty, and they have gold foil already on them, so no naked envelopes. And if you wanted to, you could stamp the branch on the bottom corner before you finish making up your stuff, right? Okay, so here's the last one, and I have the pieces in the bottom of the box here. I did all my stamping, and I did tie the bows ahead of time. You guys know I have a bow maker, right? So I made my bows with the twine on the bow maker, and this is the only card that calls for twine, so they give you quite a bit, and I'll be able, if I do make this into a board, to hot glue this whole thing to the board so you can see that it comes in the kit, right? So this one, again, I used liquid glue, but there's one of those little pieces, so whenever you're dealing with kits, you want to kind of flip it over and see if there are any pieces that need to come out. And then they gave you 2 pieces of greenery, or aren't they purplery, right? One's purple. Sprigs to stick to the back. So I like to see where I'm going, so I put a little liquid glue, and I can come up behind here. Whoop. It'll take a second to dry, so. And then once I like it, I can take it and add a little more glue and stick it to the card front. And again, it doesn't need to be slathered on. You can just do a couple dots. Do you know how long a tube of liquid glue lasts me? It is like crazy the amount of liquid glue that I could go through if I used too much, and this is just so much better. Okay, card opens that way. I already leaned up against it and bent it a little, but we'll just fix it. Okay, so that's the background, and there's the 2 sprigs coming out the back. And here's my thank you that I already stamped onto that sheet that gave me 4, just in case you mess up. So I have a little extra piece there if I want. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Anybody got big plans this weekend? This weekend I am going away with friends that I only get to see once a year, and we usually do it in March. And this year they moved it to July, and it is coming up this Sunday through Tuesday. Hopefully I will be home in time for my live though. So it does come with these dots that I am not a fan of, but I like the glue dots that come on the roll, so I'm going to do that. I don't know if you noticed, but lately they've been backwards, so this one is a backwards one. I just take it and fold it over, and then roll it up and then you can attach your bow to it and adhere. So, and then the next one's under the fold, so I can just rip that off where I folded it, and then the next one's right there. Okay? Back in my holder with that one. Yeah, so like I have all my adhesives here, thanks to Alexis. It keeps my table nice and, well, it's a mess, but it keeps my table, like my tools, put away. If I put them back in the bin, it really does help a lot. Okay, so there's that. And then let's add some of these again. So this one's a little bit bigger than the one that came in the kit, but it is the same material and it is the same color, so I went for it so that I can make my display with the full product that came in the kit so I can show it when I'm out and about. So that's the third project with that kit. So it makes 9 cards total. And again, I had no use for it. When I ordered it, I didn't think it was going to be a big deal, but this is gorgeous. You could cut these down and make them into cards. Like, you could make more cards out of this kit because of the amount of product that you get. It's a pre-printed card base you could cut up and put on a card base and make more cards. So just thought about that. Let's see. Okay. Now the main event. Let's have some fun. So we got I showed you 3 brand new exclusive online products, which is crazy. And I completed them in one night hanging out with friends on Zoom. By the way, we do that every Monday night, so if you want to come hang, it's hot, you know, right now, and you want to escape the heat, you can come hang out with us on a Monday and get your stuff done too. Okay. So what did I do with that stamp set? I told you my table's kind of messy. Oh, and I gotta put this one back with the kit. It's a thing. Okay. So here's my stamp set, and I have a couple of blocks here. Gorgeous, huh? And trains are a big deal in our family. And actually, one of my daughter's best friends, his nickname is Trains. He wants to be a train engineer, and he is absolutely brilliant in math, which is why, smart people unite, I think. Let's see. So good luck on your new adventure. So I like to look at my blocks. You notice I don't use the stickers. People yell at me all the time about that, but I like to get it straight on the block, and then I line the block up with the paper, so I'm not worried about if my stamp is going to be straight. I almost always put the stickers on crooked anyway, so it's so much better for me to put them on this one. And then, let's see, I'm going to borrow this one. And see, I don't know if that's long enough. It may not be. Oh, just. Ha ha ha. Okay, and then congratulations. So when I'm all done, I can peel them off, clean them, peel them off, and then stick them back to the case. Nice. Okay. So here's the first card I made for reference, and I got a lot of cool pieces in it. So I have this leftover packet that I disassembled some projects. Let's see what we got here. I want to see if there's anything that will speak to me here. That's pretty. But I think this will be too big for the train if it's... But there's another piece in here. Let's see. Oh, this is to go underneath. I see what I did. Well, maybe we can use some of this. So these are just leftover pieces that I'm playing with right now. And I've been wanting to stamp this in gray instead of black, but my projects here are black and white, or off-white, so I did grab a Memento ink pad. So let's first take a look at this image. And looks like my ink pad could use a little extra ink. Did you know that all the Stampin' Up! Ink pads come with refill options? So when you're at the big box stores, you might buy an ink pad for $1, right? But if you get it home and it's dry, then what? There's no way to re-ink them in a lot of places. So every ink pad that we sell is also has a refill to it. Oh, look how pretty. Darn. I think I need to link that. So, I don't know. The camera isn't showing how gorgeous this is, but it really is. I'm going to add some Winkostella in here and get that all happy and sparkly and... Oof. And I do like it in the gray, I'm not going to lie. But this works too. Alright. So, let's see what we've got here. Does any of these fit? I thought that they might. Ooh, look at that. Congratulations on your new adventure. Let's see if this one fits. And it looks like I have it upside down. There is a way to stamp on a die cut if it has a stitching like that. Okay. I think my ink pad needs some love. Yowza. Okay, so that's that. And here we go. And here's that. Wow. Okay. I like this. And I have these pieces, which are a little bit bigger. So I could go the other way. And then just adhere this. Let's see what we got. So I love pre-cut card bases. Like, I love kits for this reason. So these were kits that I did for another class, and some of the colors even retired in it. So I just took all the pieces out of the envelopes and put them in a bag. And what a great card, huh? I almost want to... It's so clean though. I almost want to add some blending brush to it, but I'm a little nervous because I don't want to overdo it. You know, half of card making is knowing when to stop. You know what I'm saying? But let's grab a blending brush. And I'm just going to grab a scrap. Make sure there's no ink on that, and there isn't. So when you're done using your blending brushes, you can rinse them. Good information. And this is from a pack of paper that I opened, and I'm just going to use it to put a little ink on it so that I'm not wasting my blending brush ink. And I'm going to pick up a little ink and then blend off and see what it looks like on this first. Okay. So a lot of times when you see people blending off on paper, I like to blend off on plastic because then when I go back, the ink is right there for me to use and I'm not wasting my ink. The other thing I need right here is a scratch paper because I don't want to put ink on my sheet. And forgive me, this is all on the fly. So if you have suggestions, please shout them out because I am creating here from scratch. So okay, let me pull that back in. I'm going to go back to that area, make sure it's all blendy, and then I'm going to start to add a little sky. So this is Summer Splash. It is one of the 5 new in colors. Oh wow, it does really add a lot to it, huh? And it's just a soft, dang. I thought that I was going to pick up there. That was the paper underneath. That's funny. Plastic. Maybe we should put a color underneath too, like a ground color. Do you think we should go with a gray, or do you think we should go with a peach pie? I have both here on the table. You guys let me know. What do you think will look better, gray or peach for the bottom? And like that smoke, I want to make the smoke blue, I think too, because it's like, I don't know, just gorgeousness. A little bit in there too. I'm going to darken this up a little. That's the hard part. And like I said, knowing when to stop. All right, Alexis is saying gray. I got you. So I don't necessarily want to go back to the same dark gray. Well, I could, because this is black, right? So I have gray granite and I have basic gray on the table. I'm going to grab another bag out of the trash. Oh, look, I have more pieces. So unfortunately, I'm like the pieces queen. I end up with so many things. Oh, these die cuts? They're old die cuts. I love that. Like just having a bag of pull from whatever's. Here, I'll put it over there. Gray, peach. Oh, now that we say gray, let's see. All right, I'm gonna go with gray granite because we can always go darker. It's kind of like a haircut. Once you put too much, look out. So I'm gonna switch blending brushes too because that's got all blue. And I'll use this one. Hopefully it doesn't have any purple in it. Oh, it does. Okay, hang on. Well, I guess it'll be okay. Well, purple wouldn't be terrible on there anyway. Let's go for it. We're going to pull in the gray granite. It's going to mix with that purple. That's funny. So I didn't rinse the brush. Usually after I'm done playing with my blending brushes, I rinse them. But it's going to be okay. Get like a little Halloween thing going on here. Like Harry Potter. I'm looking for platform 9 3/4, please. Ooh, I didn't expect that. That's fabulous, though. I like it. All right, so here we go. So note to self, you can take these right to the sink and rinse them when you're done. Wow, I love it. Whew, okay. I'm going to stop right there and bring in the card base. Wow. Now, question. Do we want to keep the die cut pieces to layer up, or do we want to stamp right on the card front? We could do one, and then if we don't like it, we can put the embellishment on maybe. So you tell me, are we gonna stamp directly on the background and call it a day? Or would you like to see that up? I did get a little heavy-handed. So that's a good point right there. If you ever find that your words are getting a little muddy, see how the A in adventure, I'm going to bring it closer, is a little darker than the rest of the word. I was just a little heavy-handed when I stamped that. So note to self, less pressure when you stamp, right? But I could just put it up on dimensionals. Which one do you like better? Do you like it up or do you like it flat? You tell me, and then we'll finish off this card. I think it's great the way it is, though. Whew. Like, what a gorgeous, and the sparkle on that train look. It's like, thank you, Wink Estella. Love it. Yeah, in fact, I want to put a little more wink right there because it's like, whew, like the highlight. Wink the heck out of it. It's my new technique. All right. Okay, she said flat, so leave it as is. Interesting. Okay, so let me stick that down in theory. I already moved my glue. Alright, I guess I'll use this then. And again, here's my glue method when it comes to liquid glue. I don't use a lot. That's enough. If I were to make big slathers with this glue, when this thinner white dries down, you would get the lines of the glue. This way it sticks, but you really don't need any more. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, I'm loving that. Okay, so that's first card. I'm still not like opposed to putting this on something. Let's go this way. So what if we go back to that little white piece here? I have a few more cut. And we change the orientation. So, whoop, that's a card base. That's a base. I have all these bases cut. I love that. I have a whole file when I have leftover pieces, and I take these and just put them up on the shelf. So if I want to design, I have it all ready to go. Here it is. And I'm going to flip that. And then I think we'll have another go with this train. Here we go. All right, so I love what the purple brush is doing to the ground too. It's like it had purple on it and now I'm adding gray to it and it's kind of magical. Okay, this is edge to edge on this 3 3/4 by 5. Put a little higher. Gorgeous. The one thing that I really dig about this stamp set, or this particular image, is it does all this shading work for you. So it's Stampin' Stick. So easy to play. Notice when I'm coloring with wink that I am going in the direction that the detail of the stamp goes with. So like I won't be going this way, the artist did their shading this way, so I'm just following what the artist did. And there's that highlight right there. I want you to see it's like super sparkly. I'm not getting the sparkle here. It's like all the way back. No, it's weird. But it is, in person, it's like jumping off the page. So happy. Okay. So we'll bring that scratch paper back in and a piece of paper underneath so we can see where we're going. My the Summer Sky blending brush I was playing with. And then we'll go again. So that was a little dark there when I started, so I'll blend it a little darker on that side. Try to avoid streaks, so that's why you like blend off on your paper before you go on your cardstock. So we have a couple more sentiments. We have congratulations. We have I wish our paths crossed more often, or here's to happiness ahead. What do you think we should, ooh, I get some ink on my cardstock. That's okay. There's another side to that one. Which one do you think you'd like to use on this one? We've got plenty of room for a sentiment, which is cool. And I'm going to blend that that little corner a little bit more because I don't know if you're seeing it, but there's a little tiny mark right there. So make sure you're blending off if you're using blending brushes. And I am completely out of those pecan pie and silver embellishments, so I'm going to order some more of those. So when I go live again, I'll be able to use them. Okay, I'm going to move that out of the way, even though it made a mark on my paper, but that's okay. We can use the other side. And, oh, is it because the ink is on this side? Oh, that's why. It's because the ink is on this side. Okay. So here's my purple and gray granite mix, which is really funny. I think it's Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to bring this in, bottoms up. It makes a really cool smoke color, doesn't it? Definitely Harry Potter-esque. Didn't intend for that to happen. Gotta love on the fly. Always a new adventure. I think I want the bottom to be a little darker, so I'm gonna actually add a color here. There's my gray granite. Let's find some more plastic in the trash. I opened so many packs of paper this week. I have oodles of plastic in my recycle. Here's to happiness ahead. Okay, I got you, Jolene. That's perfect. We'll do that. Thanks for hanging out with me. So this is the darker gray. Now I'm easing on into it because I don't want to add so much that you can't take it off or that it looks dingy or whatever. I'm just making it a little darker around the edges. So it makes the middle pop more when you got that. Whew. All right, so here's to happiness ahead. How about if we go underneath the train with that? So here we go. Booyah. Look at how pretty that is. I will definitely post these. That one's the smaller one. Hang on. They had bigger ones. I love working with things that are already cut. It makes it so easy to play. So here we go. Smiley. I did more than 4. Shame, shame. But I will say I should put one in the corner. That's the part that you really want held, right? And I'm not seeing it because I'm going black on black, so I'm going to move this in a second. There we go. That is one thing that liquid glue is really good for. It's good for repositioning. If you're wanting to get it exactly perfect, it's good to give it a hot minute and you can move it around till you get it right. And I am looking for a card base that is going the right orientation. These are all opening this way. I want this one. Wow. Are these not stunning? Whew. I am so happy with them. Let's see if I have any in-color dots, because these are all in colors I'm playing with. I bet you those. Now I'm getting really heavy-handed because I'm excited. But you really don't need that much. Okay. Like you could even stick that on the inside, right? Okay, so here's the new adventure. Here's happiness ahead. Might as well go again, kids. It's a ball. Well, it's cool when you get everything all cut, you know, it makes life easy. Here we go. The only thing that this is missing, and I wish every stamp set had it, as a happy birthday. Because I send out at least 100 birthday cards a year. I send them one to each of my team members on their birthday. And I'm going to go a little higher with this one because I liked where I have the sentiment on the other one. So I'm going to put congratulations under this guy. Boom. How cool is that? All right. Let's see. Oh, they do have this petunia pop. Hopefully I remember where I have all of my ink piles or we're going to have a big problem. Petunia pop. So that is, again, one of the ink colors. It's lighter, it's more pastel, but it's going to mix with the gray that I have on this brush. So I'm going to come in from the bottom and add the ground and the smoke. Here we go. So I did hit the paper a little bit before I started because I don't want there to be any streaks with this darker color. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm using two different size blending brushes. This is the larger one, and then I have the Summer Splash loaded with the smaller blending brush. On this one, I'm going to make an effort to leave a white bit down the middle. So that will highlight the image even more. So here's my, what did I do with the ink? Huh, it's right beside me. Silly. So I'm going to start again. So there's less, if you have a more detailed image, the smaller brush would probably be better. If you want to go over a whole card front, the bigger one would probably be better, because this will take a little extra time because it's a smaller brush with a background like that. Kind of looks like one of those summer freeze pops, like but I'm going to resist the urge to bring the sky down any further, and I'm going to stop there with it. So it looks a bit different to the first one we did. Check it out. Here's the first one where we kind of blended the whole thing evenly, and then this one has that like 3 flavor freeze pop thing going on. All right, so we got one more sentiment, huh? We should definitely make a card with each, I think. I'm on a roll here. I'm actually having a lot of fun. It's a great set. Okay, we went that way, we went this way. Let's go that way again. And then I do like the all gray thing because it is very vintage. You know, it is masculine and stunning and all of that. But okay. My ink pad is bigger than this stamp, so I oftentimes, if my ink pad is larger, and this is a felt ink pad as opposed to our regular firm foam, so I like to go upside down and get a nice even ink up before I go for it. We went that way. I'm going to go this way again. This time I'm going to go smack in the middle though. Maybe a little bit. No, I lied. I keep changing my mind. It's a woman's prerogative, isn't it? So with the Petunia Pop, it's a very bright color. And then when I mixed the purple with the gray, it made it more masculine and looks like the dirt coming up from the train. It looks more, I don't know, authentic masculine, depending on what you're going for your look. Okay, so the one we didn't do is this one, and this one is so appropriate for any of my crafters because I just wish I could spend every day at retreat with you. Here we go. Like, okay, card's done. Doesn't need anything else. It's so pretty. Oh, gosh. Here we go. So we did 2 kits. Well, I showed 3 kits, and we completed 2 on live, and then we made 4 projects because the stamp set's so easy to work with. All right, here we go. Pretty. All right, and then I'm going to move that out of the way. And actually, since this is my last card, I can fold this up and put it back into the trash and not worry. Okay, so I'll put that back in my little holder. And then we'll bring our Summer Splash back in. And just remember when you're blending that you can always put more ink. It's better to put a little less on and then decide if you want more or not, rather than put too much and realize it's too much, you know. I'm gonna put a little bit of blue in the smoke. And then I took a break in here. So now there's a path. So I did them all different. Just playing, which is fun. Okay. So here they are. All right, so I will put these together and I'll get them posted onto the business page so that you guys can see. We made one with all of the sentiments. And then of course, my original, which was this one. So I hope you love it as much as I do. I hope you have a great day. I will see you guys next Tuesday, unless for some reason I am not home in time. We are leaving Foxwoods with our friends Tuesday morning, so hopefully everything goes smooth and we'll be home in time for my live, but I'll be ready. And yeah, if there's an online exclusive product that you would like me to feature that you see when you go to the store, let me know, because I am going to pick one every single week. I need to get more of those, more of these little dots so that I can show them again, because they're really awesome, and I used every bit that I had on swap cards. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. Thanks.